Hello everybody, it's Christine and it's time for a scrapbook process video. And I just finished one with my in-laws and I was using these collections and I got to looking and I go, okay, I don't have any full-size sheets, but it's too big just to throw away or anything. So I think though, I've got like these little scraps, but I can build a 12 by 12 out of this one because I was looking, I go, okay, I've got 6 by, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 by 5. And I can take this here, and it's a 6 by like 5.5, or maybe, yeah, 5 3/4, or what am I saying? 7 3/4. So I think what I'm gonna do is connect these and make a 12 by 12. And then I'll use these scraps to build a layout around it. And I may go get me a little trim so that this doesn't look stupid. So I'm gonna go get into that. So that's where I'm starting. Oh, and the picture I grabbed is because I think the colors kind of go. I have like, brownish red hair. There's a little bit of green on my little pen here. So I think this will kind of go. And then my skin tones, of course, kind of go with this. So this is the picture I'm going to work with. So let me get some trim real quick. I still obviously have all these little pieces here, which I think is great. So let me go get some trim, I think to put on here. And I'm going to attach that, and then I'll start building it from these scraps. All right, I'll be back in a second. Okay, you guys. So I have glued my 2 little sheets of paper together to make a 12 by 12. And I'm going to use red tape. I found this Bow Bunny crocheted lace. I'm calling it crocheted. I guess it's crocheted. It's a lace, like a... Well, I guess it's lace. I don't know why I'm getting confused about the word. Anyway, I found that in my stash, and it's a little dark, to be honest, compared to the other browns in the collection, but I think it's okay because one of the pieces of paper has a real dark color to it, so I'm okay with it, and it helps this border here, or this join, rather. So I just basically need to use red tape to hold it down. I'll come in and add a little bit of Nuvo glue toward the end. I don't think I put that on camera, to be honest with you. This holds it down okay, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you do I think this would have lasted forever and ever, amen? Probably not. So I'm going to add a little Nuvo glue after I do all this. But this just helps. It's the red tape's a really good adhesive for using on like lace and fabrics and stuff. But I do like to come back in a little bit of wet glue if I can. So I like how that's kind of looking. And I'm not going to lie. I kind of like at the very end of a kit... it's a tale of two crafters. So I love a ginormous kit. I love my hip kits. They come, there's so much stuff in them. I love the curated kits I get from Color Rush Studio, because you got your papers plus all your, you kind of have a lot to, work with. But then at the same time, my other crafter says, I kind of like not having to think so much. And at the end of the kit, you've only got, 3 or 4 pieces of paper to work with, and a couple of pieces of ephemera. It's like your brain doesn't have to think so hard. So I've got those pieces of paper there, and just kind of the way they were sized and shaped and stuff, they're just kind of little, I just kind of laid them where, okay, the big guy goes there, and then I got maybe a peeker and an L shape, whatever. Now, I will tell you, those 2 pieces that I've got with the little boho print right there, I decided against using those. I really wanted to. I do like them, but they're just, from a design perspective, I just didn't care for them. Because I got my photo down on the one little shelf, and I like that a lot. But I don't know. They just didn't really work. So they're not going to stay, you guys. I'm so sorry. They go bye-bye. I think I put them in my scraps. I have a green scrap envelope. That might be where I stuck them. So I dump on my ephemera. So this is the basic layout right here. This is the paper setup. And I jump on my little ephemera. And I have all these little circles, like all these little circle flower things. I'll end up using those as almost like, imagine like enamel dots or something. They're just like little circles, right? But I have these couple of bigger ones, and so what I'm doing at the moment is trying to figure out, okay, where do I want my embellishment clusters to go? And so I'm just kind of sticking, that's not necessarily exactly the thing that's going to go where it is, although now I'm kind of getting there. But initially I was just trying to figure out where my triangle is going to be. So I will actually use that bigger kind of brownish flower where it's kind of in that general space. And then the other little flower in the lower right corner of my photo is what I'll use there. That up there gets changed out there. I also had in my stash a friend of mine, Miss Evelyn. She told me during the Scrapbook Expo, she goes, oh my gosh, I had a bag of stuff I wanted to give you and I completely forgot it. But we swung by her house. My daughter had come to visit and they kind of crossed over. They didn't get to visit each other. And she's actually kind of good friends with her too. So we swung by her house that Monday afternoon and she had that bag and she gave it to me. And in that bag of goodies was these 2 crocheted like circles or doilies, I guess. The one's a flower, the other's kind of a doily. And I go, these colors go really well. So I decided to pull those out because I already had that crocheted lace. And I thought it's nice texture. So I'm going to add those to my layout. I didn't initially have that planned, but when I went looking for the lace, that's what I found. And I go, oh, I need that. So then I decided I needed to map my photo. So I've matted my photo on the brown Bow Bunny double dot. And then I decided I need a little something, something. So I took that yellow piece. It was a little bit bigger than I needed, really, for it to be behind the stripes. And so I made a photo mat. So now I've got me a little mat. And I'm looking at this now going, okay, I think I'm about to have to glue everything down because I'm about to mess up. And I don't want to lose track of what I got going where. So I'm going to glue this from the top down, basically. Although I did just do the yellow with some Nuvo glue. So it's technically, I don't know, middle out. I don't know what I've got going on here. Other than I don't want to lose what I've done. So I had somebody say to me, hey, just take a picture when you got it laid out the way you want it. I could, but I use my phone to record. And it's not real hard to disassemble things, but it's not real easy. And I really don't want to take it down just to take a picture, then turn around and put it back away. So that's kind of the only reason I don't take a picture once I have something figured out, like where it's going to go, is I'm being lazy. Let's just be real. Okay, so then I decide I want to put this whole little assembly up on foam because the lace is behind it and I didn't want it to be bumpy. So I'm going to kind of take my little fun foam here and I'm going to kind of puzzle piece it behind the photo. I'm going to cut away in just a second because you don't need to see me do that. But basically, I'm going to puzzle piece some fun foam back behind my block here so that it's up on foam over the top of that lace. It just offers a little bit of dimension. So I've got that all done. And then I had pulled out that little tag up there too. I'm going to actually, off camera at the end of the layout, I'm actually going to stamp the date on it, which is October 2022. I'll tell you real quickly about this photo. It's just a selfie of me wearing like business clothes. So when we go to events, I mean, so if you've paid any attention at all, you know that we do Herbalife on the side. Well, actually, my daughter does it as a full-time deal, but for me, it's just a side hustle. I just love the products and I enjoy helping people. So, but we go to events and I have to be honest, I love them. I think they're fun. I'm in corporate America and I have done over my lifetime a ton of corporate events, and they're similar, but not the same. It's similar in the sense there's a group of people. You usually have, get along, have a good time, but there's definitely not the enthusiasm. So I do enjoy the enthusiasm of the event. So this is just me at one of those events. I've got all my little pins and stuff. And I thought, a good title for this is Dream. My dream is to, when I do retire from corporate America, to, run a little nutrition club just for the fun of it. I mean, I do love doing it. So that is my dream. So I thought, that's kind of an appropriate title. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to take these little circle things. Again, I'm kind of treating them almost like enamel dots in a way. They're just going to kind of get glued, down in little triangles, basically. And then there was a couple little floral pieces. So I'm going to kind of tuck those in around this little section here. There's a couple of pieces I kind of wished I could have used. And I kind of look and see, can I make it work? And I decide no. So 3 of my little ephemeras do not get used, you guys. That's it, though. Everything else I got used. That and those 2 little small, tiny scraps up there, you guys. I used both kits up. I'm so happy with that. And I think this turned out kind of cute. I'm not going to lie. It's a kind of an unusual color palette. I do like this color palette. I think the stripes came from the cooking one that I just put away. I don't remember. I think it was Photo Play, but I can't swear on it. Might have been Simple Stories. But I love this color palette. It's really unique. And I do like the pink and the green and the gold. It's just kind of cool. So I'm going to use a little Nuvo glue, just glue these down. Like I said, I will stamp the date on that little tag in the top up there off camera. But because I've got this title and this, it's a little hard to see on camera, but you can definitely see it in real life. It's this, glittery, turquoisey font. I'm going to use a couple of the little pieces off of this page here as where the little holes are. Normally you might stick brads or something, but I didn't want to do that. So they went up there just so I had that little bit of color somewhere else on the page. And that's basically it, you guys. I think this turned out really cute for just having scraps. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. If you're watching this the day it comes out, it's a Tuesday. So happy Tuesday. Treat yourself Tuesday. And we will see you next time. Bye.